I am not sure of the exact date of my birth, but according to my mother, I was born following the famine and deadly plague that ravaged Spain upon the death of Philip the Handsome. I do not believe that the death of the king provoked the plague, as people said as they watched the progress of the funeral cortege, which left the odor of bitter almonds floating in the air for days. But one never knows. Queen Juana, still young and beautiful, traveled across Castile for more than 2 years, carrying her husband's catafalque from one side of the country to the other, opening it from time to time to kiss her husband's lips, hoping that he would revive. Despite the embalmer's emollients, the handsome stank. When I came into the world, the unlucky queen, by then royally insane, was secluded in the palace at Tordesillas with the corpse of her consort. That means that my heart has beaten for at least 70 winters, and that I am destined to die before this Christmas. I could say that a gypsy on the shores of the Rio Jerte divined the date of my death, but that would be one of those untruths one reads in a book and then, because it is in print, appears to be true. All the gypsy did was predict a long life for me, which they always do in return for a coin. It is my reckless heart that tells me the end is near. I always knew that I would die an old woman, in peace and in my bed like all the women of my family. That is why I never hesitated to confront danger, since no one is carried off to the other world before the appointed hour. "You will be dying a little old woman, I tell you, Señore," Catalina would reassure me, her pleasant Peruvian Spanish trailing out the word. When the obstinate galloping hoofbeats I felt in my chest drove me to the ground. I have forgotten Catalina's Quechua name, and now it is too late to ask because I buried her in the patio of my house many years ago. But I have absolute faith in the precision and veracity of her prophecies. Catalina entered my service in the ancient city of Cuzco, the jewel of the Incas, during the era of Francisco Pizarro, that fearless bastard who, if one listens to loose tongues, once herded pigs in Spain and ended up as the Marqués Gobernador of Peru, but was crushed by his ambition and multiple betrayals. Such are the ironies of this new world of the Americas, where traditional laws have no bearing and society is completely scrambled. Saints and sinners, whites, blacks, browns, Indians, mestizos, nobles and peasants. Anyone among us can find himself in chains, branded with red-hot iron, and the next day be elevated by a turn of fortune. I have lived more than 40 years in the New World, and still I am not accustomed to the lack of order, though I myself have benefited from it. Had I stayed in the town of my birth, I would today be an old, old woman, poor and blind from tatting so much lace by the light of a candle. There I would be Ines the seamstress on the street of the aqueduct. Here I am Doña Inés Suárez, a highly placed señora, widow of the most excellent gobernador Don Rodrigo de Quiroga, conquistador and founder of the Kingdom of Chile. So, I am at least 70 years old, as I was saying. Years well lived, but my soul and my heart, still caught in a fissure of my youth, wonder what devilish thing has happened to my body. When I look at myself in my silver mirror, Rodrigo's first gift to me when we were wed, I do not recognize the grandmother with a crown of white hair who looks back at me. Who is that person mocking the true Inés? I look more closely, with the hope of finding in the depths of the mirror the girl with braids and scraped knees I once was, the young girl who escaped to the back gardens to make love.